multimedia mogul with platforms in radio, TV, books, magazines, the Speaker Talent Search. With a promotional reach of over 10 million people, the CEO of RHG Media Productions. Her goal is to allow you to be seen, heard, and shine. Rebecca Gruyter.
Welcome everyone to the Ask Rebecca show. Thrilled to have you each joining us today. And today we're going to talk about overcoming your fear and shining. So how do we overcome our fear and shine? Every week we have amazing experts and listeners submit questions that we lean into and answer. So I encourage you, if you have any questions you've been wondering and you always wanted to ask, write those down. We'll let you know how you can submit those questions at the end of the show. Today's question comes from Cynthia Scott, who is our global visibility influencer. And her question is, what do you do to overcome any fear you may have? So how many of you out there have faced fear, and how do we overcome that? And not only overcome that, how do we shine? Here's my response to that. And Cynthia, I want to thank you so much for your beautiful question, leaning in and asking about fear. And what I have found is fear is actually an indicator that I am moving outside of my comfort zone. Typically, it's not because there's something I'm really in danger from. It's more a way that I'm trying to keep myself safe. Perhaps I'm being asked to stretch to a place I haven't been before, or showing up in a new way. And the fear is trying to keep me safe and protected and not go where we haven't gone before. But many of us are called to stretch beyond. So what I do when I find I'm being asked to step into new space, I'm faced with that emotion of fear, I've learned it's actually not a reason not to. Fear is an emotion. And when I choose instead to lean in, meaning I stop and I pause and I get curious. What am I afraid of? I ask the question. And this is really important. Then I listen to what the answer is. And it's really interesting sometimes what will come up about what it is that I'm afraid of. And a lot of times it's because they're unknown things, or I haven't done that before, or I feel vulnerable or stretched, or I'm not sure how to. And when I get clarity on what it is I'm afraid of, and I have a better understanding, when I lean in, I find that emotion calms down. And then I can look at how can I choose to step forward in a powerful way. So I navigate through the fear. Instead of that emotion being a reason I stop, I instead can look at how can I overcome that? How can I move through this in a positive way so I can bring forward those things that matter most? And a key thing is remembering my why. Why is this important to me? Why do I want to move forward? When I can tap into that feeling, I find it is usually bigger than the fear. And it encourages me to step through that fear. So I'm no longer being limited to my comfort zone, what I'm familiar with, but instead can lean in, stretch through, and move into those areas or spaces that I'm called to be, or discover new things, or find a new way to reach more people. And here's the thing for those of you who are out there, who are speakers, who are messengers, who are entrepreneurs, who are looking to make a difference in the world, tapping into your why that is important to you will give you the courage to move through. Secondly, typically the people that need you most are just outside of your comfort zone. So it's really important that we choose to step through, and we're willing to share, and we're willing to shine. And then as we tap into that why, we can build the steps forward. Maybe we need support. Maybe we need to just take baby steps. And remember, baby steps add up and we'll get you there. So keep taking steps, be willing to navigate through that emotion of fear so that you can share your gifts and talents with the world, because they're absolutely needed. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for your question. I appreciate it, so that we can all lean in, overcome our fear, and shine. For those of you who would love to submit questions, please go to askrebeccaaquestion.com. Again, that's askrebeccaaquestion.com, and you can submit your question there. I look forward to receiving them, and I hope that each and every one of you are stepping through your fear and shining beautifully and brightly out in the world.